Hey there, team. Oh, what is this? A Reforged video on a Friday? It's very unusual. Yeah, twofold. Primarily, the video I put out on Wednesday, I had a bloody rough headache during it. And I'm glad, I think it turned out okay, and it got a lot better during the battle. But it definitely started out a little bit shaky, and I just felt, nah, I want to do another one. And then also, or I want to do another one this week, an extra little one. And then secondly, this is a battle that I know has been done by Scout and Umad as well. So, didn't want, that coming out on the Saturday and then everybody seeing, oh shoot, I've already watched this one. So hopefully it's entertaining enough. But, as I say, this is a Chuck Norris hideout battle on... Ooh, what's it? I can never really tell what this map is, but then I look at this area and I know where we are, even though the battle doesn't often get here. So I knew I had this one, so I didn't actually watch any of the videos fully from Scout or Umad, so I think it should still be a pretty decent surprise. Actually, wait a second. Oh, this is silly. Oh, interesting. Okay, it's a switcheroo. Alright, okay. Usually, of course, the attackers deploy over here and the defenders deploy down here, but that's not the case today. Okay, anyway, so I'll zoom through the armies, and I will be posting up in the description the videos for Umad and Scouts battles of this. I'll kind of speed through the armies because you've probably seen those before. But yeah, Chuck Norris, he's got his Nazgul there. I'm seeing the Shadow Bows and the Temple Guard. We've actually got the Melkor's Chosen. That's nice. We don't see them every time. But very beefy boys. The Olakai and Temple Executioners with an armor upgrade, which is what you would expect from a defending Mordor. And I'm pretty damn sure I saw the Uruk Captains somewhere as well. Surprised not to see an armor upgrade on these Orc Maulers, though. That's quite interesting. Orc Archers there. No, more non-archers. Surely not Orc Archers anywhere around here. And then, are these? No, these are Javi boys. Yeah, Orc Javelins. We're probably not going to see Orc Fodder in this, even though they are incredibly cheap. They're just not something that you really can take a lot of the time as a Mordor defender, which is quite sad because I really do like it. Oh, interesting. Are they going to come around? Well, I guess they have to be ready just in case they do. Anyway, we've got Son of the Dunedain. He's playing as Umbar today. So he's got his Balakith Marksman armor upgrade. I always give these guys an armor upgrade. I like them with it. I think they look, I don't know, like, I do love the look of them without the armor upgrade, but I always give it to them anyway. And they're only 6 armor as standards, so, they benefit from it a lot. Warlords of Umbar there, along with the Melkor's Chosen. That's definitely going to dominate the Cav game. A Dunaim Shield Guard mixed in with some Belagar Pikemen. Very nice, very nice. Then, Corsair Blackguards up here for some good Javi play. And then, of course, just good hybrid units all together to get into the fight after. Then the Royal Guard are sitting up here. Is this where this is where we've got the General. That's nice. So they can just unleash their fire and then watch out for the General. And lastly, Nawaki with Isengard. The fearsome Ballista there. Champions of the White Hand again. Yeah, it's interesting to see so much melee cavalry. But I guess they can do some short range charges inside. We'll see. Urukai Archers. Bane Guard there. Raiders. Urukai Infantry. Pikes and pikes and pikes and crossbows. Hunting Pack, Berserkers, Trolls of the White Hand, wow! Double Guards of Orthanc, and a Naz High. That's interesting. That's something that I do not see frequently. Like for me, I struggle to really wrap my head around high quality, like bodyguard tier spearmen. Most of the time, unless they're armor piercing spears. But, taking 2 of them, I mean, it is an absolute solid. He can throw them into a position and they are not going to budge. But, I don't know. I'm excited to see how that works out. So Nawaki's going to be screaming up that hilltop. Come on, guys. We've got a grace period, surely. We don't have to take too long with the deployment. But yeah, probably should have been on 2 times speed or something throughout that. But we'll stick to 1 times speed, and I'll zoom through the attackers' armies until something happens. I think, as I say, the boys should have a much more thorough run through than I do. Oh, come on. Come on now. Who's... I guess 4,000 frames is not actually like an insanely long amount of time. It's just that it's quite surprising for this map is all. What day is it today? I'm seeing somebody playing some video games there and I was wondering. I don't usually see him at this time of day. Zooming over here, the first of the attackers. We have Gondor by Lord Touch Me. So he's got his nice heavily armored Gondorians. We could see these guys going toe to toe with the Umbar folk. Wow, nice. Everything's armored up. Belagar Marines, good. Belagar Marines, not Belagar Marines. Marksmen of Carandros. Axemen, nice. Oh, Mithrandir's retinue. Okay, careful, careful. Where's the White Tower? I love this. Yeah, this is super duper. I'm a big fan of this army. This is interesting to me. I don't know how I feel about that. Everything else, though, I love. This is definitely the type of army I would be taking to this sort of fight. I think he's going to be a very useful addition. Overlord there playing as Rohan is a good shout. I talked about that a lot in the Wednesday battle. Rinnemark Spears up front, Westmark Spears too, Helmingus. Actually, shit, it was Overlord again. I might have actually been Overlord again that was playing as Rohan in the last battle. Yeah, Eastmark Spears. Shield mains of Rohan. I think it was. You know, Overlord was definitely in it. I think it was him. Anyway, Westmark Spears, Mid-South Guard, Westmark Infantry, and Eastmark Axemen. Yep, love it. Yeah, this is a nice non-dumb Rohan army. Lindon by Pajo. Not seen Pajo. Okay. Harlingen Infantry there. Lots and lots. 4 Lindon Archers, 4 Lindon Marines, some Pikes, Swordmasters, Marines, Guards, Horse Lords of Elmo. Okay, good. Noldorian Guard, and some Blade Masters too. Nice, good to have some cavalry there that can deal with any sort of cav sally from the defenders today. Check Norris running on over there to go and block up that gap. But yeah, that's cool. So we're going to have to worry about an attack from this passageway now. But it's not going to hit for a long, long time, as Dol Amroth has, well, I suppose, sailed in. Well, I don't know how they've gotten in here. This is a nice space. Never really look all the way back there. Yeah, this is a really cool... Well, I mean, it is this mountain hideout, so it's pretty substantial. Anyway, Nabis there. He's got his Dol Amroth forces today. Tirather Marksmen, Ithilien Men-at-Arms, nice, nice, nice. Belfast Marines. Some Dornernal Swordmen. Wanderers in Emmerdale. Some Knights. Oh, and there is also Isengard here too by Stalin Stepbro. Okay. Then we've got Dismounted Knights of Silver Swan. I like them. I like them a lot just because of that morale. I like morale buffers. Gwathi Rockdoor there. Nuratino Warriors. Imladris Guardians. Lots and lots of Imladris Guardians. Elder Enway, the Elder Enway blob of power, the double spears and the Swordmaster. Elder Enway Archers as well, and some Swords of Rivendell. I like this a lot, letting the heavily armored humans, they're not like fodder or any stretch, but they are going to be able to, well, civilians are in there, but they are going to be able to take a real beating. Yeah, 2 units of civilians from Nabis, that's kind of cool. We'll see. It's been a while since I've seen civilians. Civilians used to always pop up in siege battles. Definitely back in like the last version of the game, you'd always see the humans on the attack, especially just bringing a unit of civilians just to muck about with because they're so cheap. But you don't see that too much anymore, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Dol Amroth is definitely a difficult siege faction for sure, but they have got armor. They can take a bit of a pounding. They can grind away, not too bad, and I think the hope is going to be just let Dol Amroth do that for a while, and then Imladris can come in from behind and crush the weakened defenders at that point. But yeah, so we got that's a nice little alliance. I like that. Rohan, Gondor, Lindon, Imladris, and Dol Amroth. Yeah, no, nice sensible force to have. And I mean, Mordor, Umbar, and Isengard is a pretty cool trio as well. So yeah, no, we're going to be shuffling around for a bit. As always, well, not as I always say as always, but not as always. There should hopefully be an end of army composition timestamp, and there should also be a start of battle. So that's the first arrow I see fired, or the first like confrontation about to begin. So feel free to skip to that. He's got his Blackguard of Barad-dûr already squished together. I mean, it just holds the line. That's what it does. It just keeps people from pushing through them. But yeah, as I say, with the defenders really relying on melee cavalry, what I'm expecting here is we're going to see what happened with the Eagles in that the last time I played, well, last time I did this battle, or this map. The Eagles were just like running riot in and around this area, and also another cavalry unit was doing the same. I think we're going to see that, but with the defenders melee cav. So once this line shatters and the attackers are spewing forth, I think that's where we're going to see the Melkor's Chosen, the Champions of the White Hand, and the Warlords of Umbar just smashing away and getting some damn good charges on the disorganized attacking forces. Might be wrong with that, but that's what I'm seeing coming right now. But yeah, so maybe with Gondor, I could have seen like I guess the Nimlothian Honor Guard, and like as I say, I personally would have dropped the Mithrandir's retinue and grabbed like a Nimlothian Honor Guard. That's the only thing I would have changed from this army. But so far, if it was a scenario, a Fountain Guard over here too, nice, super fast with their phalanx moving animation. If this was a scenario, I've been playing a lot of scenarios with like Eclipse in the gang recently, and so you don't actually get to choose your exact army composition. You just pick pick from the armies that you've got. If I was to select one of these, it would have been Lord Touchme's army, definitely. I do quite like it, and I think he can definitely get some good charging going on. He exactly what I'm saying the defenders might do. He can do that as well. Oh, Archers of Rivendell from Stalin Stepro moving up here. Oh, Nawaki's going to defend here. Oh, wait. What's going on here? Well, I guess, no, they're faster. Alright, okay. We are still in a grace period. Like, that's, this would be, pushed through if not. But, so that's why Stalin is moving his archers over to this point here. It's decent. I think it's definitely going to make holding this position a bit more unpleasant if they do decide to sort of just sit in this little passage, which would be nice because then you can shoot the enemy when they're there, but they can also shoot you from there. I don't know. If it was down to me, I'd maybe want to be a little more bunched up here just so that I'm a little more sheltered from fire. And Nawaki he may do that. He may shuffle. We'll see. It's interesting because he was the furthest off the defenders, and he's coming on to the far west of the map. But no, you should go where your army's best suited, not just wherever the closest point is to you. Oh, Rohan's by himself over here. Okay. For sure. As I say, Rohan does. The infantry does have a bit of armor. It's not as much as Gondor. And Lindon's going to be coming up by themselves there. And that's going to leave Gondor alone here. Wow, this is going to be tricky for the... it's going to be tricky for the defenders. Just because it's going to be like 3 different points of attack, all being pressured just by one player at a time. So, you can totally control how you want to push through here. And, interesting. I think so, yeah. Czech Norris right now has the trickiest job, you could say, because he's got Rohan and Lindon, who's going to be coming up into these 2 different choke points. It's possible that he may end up sort of surrendering them, may end up sort of falling back to this point instead, but I doubt it. I think he's probably going to want to just keep his enemy concentrated. But it's going to be tricky, especially with Lindon's absolute skill, just trying to outmatch that. If he can't put a lot of firepower into it. Oh wow, that is dense. Yeah, I don't like this. Orc Maulers with the real punching power, and just the Blackguard of Barad-dûr are there to hold the line. That's pretty solid. Unusual sort of phalanx. I mean, it is technically like fighting together. I don't know if you'd classify that as a phalanx. There's no pikes or halberds involved, but maybe it still does. Don't actually know what the official what's the word? Description? No, definition of a phalanx is. Nawaki's got his infantry up there, so he is spreading out. He knows he is going to be getting shot at here, so... Alright. Dol Amroth already has some guys that are quite tired from that march up. With your rock door, yeah, it's a shame for him spawning around here. He's not really had he been able to get his knights over somewhere else on this wider area. I'm moving my head around a lot because I don't exactly know. Oh, is that where she is? Dang it, cat! I don't want to do another cut. Oh dear. What I'll do is I will just I'll do another cut, and I'll just jump in from the start of the battle. That'll be fine. I've rambled enough, I think. Okay, so kicking off there, the Guards of Orthanc are actually taking a bit of fire here from the Archers of Rivendell. But, oh no, it looks like he's going for the Uruk-hai Archers. That's a fair enough. I'm sure Nowaki will be happy enough to kill a few Archers of Rivendell, losing only a few of his own Uruk-hai Archers. Helmingus are coming up here. They can skirmish all day with a unit like the Mornon Archers. So I'm sure he'd be happy enough to just stay at that range, see if he can use up their ammunition. Lose a few Helmingus is a shame, because you want to use them in melee, but, you know, somebody's got to do it. For Lindon Pikes, though, leading the way just a little bit ahead of their shielded brothers there. Yeah, Padjo's really not going to want to engage. Wow, this is a nice fight for Padjo there. But yeah, he's definitely not going to want to engage in a skirmish fight like his allies, just because of how cost-effective it can be to just shoot Lindon. So he's definitely going to get stuck in there, which he is doing. And I'm surprised that's going so well for the Orc Maulers. I think it will start to go very badly. Yeah, no, it's starting to go badly now. But the Trolls are on hand, and I don't think we've got any... Oh, Four-Legged Marines could get a jab volley in there, but I don't think we've got any melee armor piercing nearby that can really match those Trolls. So they'll do all right if they just launch themselves into that. Now, the only place that we don't have any fighting is over here with Gondor. Looks like they're just preparing, though. Did we see... No? Oh, there are some Ithilien Rangers. That's good. That's nice. I was hoping to see that they were somewhere on the field. Yeah, we have got the Temple Guard. Now, they're going to have their eyes on the Mithrandir's retinue, I'm sure. So he's kind of got the Mithrandir's retinue guarding against a Warlord of Umbar push. If I was... Oh, the Horse Lords. Ah, okay. I was going to say, if I was Sun, I'd probably just go and smash that. But those Horse Lords of Ulmo are just resting. Just waiting for their opportunity to come on in. Actually, there's a few Lindon forces here backing up Gondor. I would have maybe wanted to do a quick trade and just send an Axeman over to go and back up Lindon for that. Just, as I say, troll killers. So, oh, wow. Maybe they don't need them. This is actually kind of nice. I'm going to think about something like that. That looks pretty good. Definitely sort of a nice bloody troll there. And amongst all of these beautiful elves, could be quite pretty. I don't like this fire though. I'd hold up with that. Oh wow, this is cool. Okay, sounds well. Mixing up with the Blackguard of Barad-dûr coming on forward. They'll bash open this nicely organized formation, but if he... Oh wow. If he's got the... I think he does. If he's got the cojones, wow, to send in the Noldoran Blade Masters that early. I really like that. I think they'll have some good effect there. Over here, there's a lot of skirmishing going on. Dornernal Swordsman coming up, but up against something like the Uruk-hai Infantry. That's not going to be pretty. Now, I don't know if that's a right... I think that's still a frontal shot, even though it's sort of coming from this angle. I think that's still hitting them in the front. So they'll shrug that fire off for a long, long time. And this is a bit of a shame, because the Dornernal Swordsmen, they're all right. They're good, well, they're a decent militia force, but they're not going to beat something as good as the Uruk-hai Infantry that are an amazing men-at-arm unit. To be honest, I'd be tempted to put in the Black Swan Renegades just as a little counter to sort of bash through that Uruk-hai armor. Over here, Overlord's coming in with those Rittermark spears, and my goodness me, yeah, if we can get some shots into those Orc Maulers, I'm gonna have to slow down. I was hoping I could power through at 1 speed for a minute, but no, too much is happening too fast. And if I'm barely sort of covering it, you've just got to think about how many places the defenders' mines are zooming around at once. Oh wow, yeah, I really like the Blackguards here. They've done a fantastic job. You see this? I mean, this used to be like unheard of back in the day, but it's happening a little bit more often now. And even the Blade Masters are having so much trouble because they're just getting thrown around by that high mass. And heavy numbers of the Blackguard of Barad-dûr. That's the nice thing about them. Even though I think they've got a mass of 6, which is far less than many other pushing units. Since they've just got such a large unit size, they can do some amazing pushing. And did I see a Nazgul? No, I thought my... Oh, there he is. Yep, there are some Nazgul amongst that too. So the Blade Masters will definitely have their match and then some against that. But no, pulling out the Blackguard now is good stuff that their morale is held, though. I guess they do have a lot of morale buffers, a lot of powerful, inspiring units around them. The Olokai, though, they'll be sliced to pieces by this point. And if those Nazgul don't get out, they could suffer a pretty nasty fate. This poor one Blade Master is locked off, surrounded by Sauron's will. He'll defend himself for quite some time up against that, but still it's not going to be pretty. Czech Norse coming over here to try and land some shots into the Rohirrim. We still have a Rohan push. Eastmark Spears trying to get their jabs used up. They got 5 jabs each, so they're quite nice. They're a lot more useful than I used to think, because in their description it says they only have 2, so you don't really see them as being as useful. Uruk Captain's getting sent in. I love how active people are with their elite units right now in this game. Because yeah, they'll slice down those Eastmark Axemen without taking too much, without taking too much damage at all. But the Uruk Captains will take some Jav fire, which he's going to pay for that. And if Rohan sent in something nice to counter those Uruk Captains, the Orc Javelins would have their way with them. The Mornon Archers pulled back. It's good to see them out of ammo. Very good to see that. Gondor under Lord Touchme seems to be wanting to skirmish, which is not a bad thing. Certainly not a bad thing. When he's got so many sort of these heavily armored Gondorian archers, he wants to use them. He wants to use their heavy armor to just take up fire. And who can really blame him for that? And his allies are getting quite aggressive on other parts of the battlefield, though, so he can't take forever. The Royal Guard from Sun, that's not a bad idea, just trying to use them a bit more freely, try and get their ammunition used up so that they can just go fully into protect the general mode. A lot of the time in a battle, both in offensive and defensive sieges as Umbar, I barely use up my ammo with the Royal Guard, you know, or I never seem to get them entirely used up. Wow, Overlord. That's a bold move. That's a really bold move. And Czech Norse, as I say, microing elsewhere, has not noticed it yet. He's probably over here sort of personally controlling a lot of this stuff. We could maybe use a little more fodder in here. The Elves are starting to regain control, but I don't think there's much fodder to give, especially not that the Orc Javelins have now been engaged by the Riddermark Spears. But this is a beautiful shot from these Orc Javies now. Getting around the flank there's amazing. If we can get one good volley into the Uruk Captains, that's like losing a Riddermark Spear. That's a damn shame. But if we can wipe out the Uruk Captains, that definitely makes it worth it. But Overlord is on to something great here, and if he can get... This is where, oh my god, if we had one unit of Cav, and bam, 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 start dancing around with that, that could be beautiful. As much as I always say, like, Rohan doesn't need Cav in a siege, it's, in this case, it'd be really nice. And yeah, Czech Norse, he probably doesn't want to use his Rangers right now. I suspect he doesn't. Not just yet anyway, but he's got to. He's got to counter this in some way, so he is unleashing fire up against these malicious spears. They may have a little javelin, but they are malicious spears at the end of the day. And Uruk Captains are suffering for it as the last few Eastmark Axemen try their best to hold them back. But no, great move there from Overlord. Yep, very nice. Warlords of Umbar getting stuck in there. These Temple Guard, those Temple Guard on that hill are just stopping Paggio and Lord Touchme from using their knights to counter the warlords. Now, yeah, actually saying, well, I mean, hey, in all honesty, I said that Gondor had an amazing army. He didn't actually have that much in the way of Gondor spears, so that's on me. But I would have really liked to see a Gondorian spear unit up here sort of protecting the archers, but there were no Gondorian spears to do that. So yeah, they're going to get sliced down, and I don't actually think anything's around or coming around to help that. That's a shame. Those Gondorian archers want to be soaking up enemy ammunition, not just getting smashed down by knights. Those Olokai are still on the field. That's insane. Orc Maulers still amongst them. A few Saurons well, and even some Nazgul. are requiring a beatdown. And the Lindon Guard are doing their best. I'm not seeing any Blade Masters though. Goodness me. If those Blade Masters all fallen, that'd be a catastrophe. Now, I've not actually looked over at the Dol Amroth and Imladris side yet. Maybe it's not too bad a thing that so many people have covered this battle, because I think I will definitely miss a lot. There's a hell of a lot going on here. Tirather Marksman coming up into melee, but yeah, these Uruk-hai infantry are going to hold very, very well. Trolls of the White Hand are in there. And there's no armor piercing on the front line, are there? Oh, come on, man. We've got the... actually, are the Renegades in there somewhere? I'm not seeing any Renegades. Like, having a Black Swan Renegade unit in there could be really good to just help rinse the Trolls down. Yeah, I think he was thinking about it, but he's pulled them back now. But I fear sending in another Dornernal swordman unit is not really going to achieve too much. I mean, the Swords of Rivendell are in there, and they're going to be doing some damn good work, especially with so many humans around to just soak up the damage for them. They don't even have to use that elven defensive skill. They can just hack down the enemy. Pushing through the archers there. So, yeah, I mean, to be honest, those warlords were held in place for a while. Looks like the Mithrandir's retinue were used to counter, but either shot down by the Temple Guard or sliced up by the warlords. No, the Mithrandir's retinue can do some good damage against the warlords with a charge or two. Oh, fuck. The Rangers there, and we're passive. I don't know what we're doing with all these guys back here. Like, I mean, I know we don't want to get them too close, but we could have had a Pelargir Marine unit nearby to just volley into knights as they came down or something. If they want to shoot at the Pelargir Marines, Ailamau, again, I don't care. That's not one of my important units. Noldor and Guard here are still fighting it out, but I don't see any Blade Masters. No, that's a shame. But no, oh, okay, over here. Overlord's getting pretty aggressive, which, as I say, I think I agree with. He's gotten some good opportunities and he's using them. Oh, these Orc Javies, I think they were just in melee. They'll take out their javelins in a minute. But oh dear, they racked up a good few kills, but it's up against such a, like, these guys are Orc fodder in melee, you know. So but taking a few of them down, lowering their DPS is pretty nice, but still that's going to be all the same amount of jabs coming into you. Uruk captains really beaten down, so these Riddermark Axemen with their heavy damage, heavy armor piercing damage is going to hurt. They're wavering right now though, and I think with one volley coming into some troops around them, that could shake them. Are they? No, they've still not stabilized. Still not stabilized. Sauron's will being sent in a little bit wildly, perhaps, as they're about to get surrounded by Overlord's forces. Anything down here? No, nothing down there. But yeah, so as I say, Overlord's coming in pretty hard. I don't disagree with that, but he is going to be using his troops up quite quickly. You know, they Rohirrim are far from wild men. They're far from the likes of Rhudaur, but they're not quite as stubborn as the men of Gondor and Arthedain and the like. Oh dear, what's getting cost? We've got the last few Gondorian archers. We've got the Axemen of Losanak chasing them down, but I fear that Sun's just going to run away for a little minute, then come slamming back on down. And we may even see these unshielded Axemen taking a volley or two. Yeah, I think I would happily send a shot their way. I know they're heavily armored with those two armor upgrades. They're gorgeous, but no, I think they're worth a shot. No, Sun's pulling his warlords back, but I think the defenders can be pretty happy with themselves so far. But at the same time, I think over here Lindon and Rohan have been doing a pretty damn good job, just whittling through a lot of Mordor's forces. Check Norse's attention being pulled here, there, and everywhere. Orc Maulers coming on in. At least they've got the armor piercing damage to hurt these Noldoran Guard. And at the same time, the Moranon archers are rattling shots into them. I know it's the left side, so they got that shield, they got that beautiful armor. That ancient armor, sort of from the first stage there, is going to deflect those arrows like they're nothing. But if you can guarantee hits, it's always worth it. Now this man here, is that the... No. I don't think that's the General of Lindon, is it? I can't remember what the General of Lindon looks like. It's just he's behaving like a general there. So I'm thinking that is him. No, no, it's just the captain. It's just the captain of the unit. That's fine, that's fine. We're okay, we're okay. Because I'd hate to see him go down. I'd say Lindon is an elven unit, so... Oh, those are our captains, down to 11 now. But I agree with how they were used. I think it was a smart decision. Oh dear, Eastmark Spears pushing up, pretty badly beaten. It's such a long journey off to the elven and half-elven side of the battlefield here, but still battering away. The guards of Orthanc kind of struggling up against the renegades there, of course with their heavy maces cracking in. The guards of Orthanc are spears, so they have that defensive skill that comes from a spear, but they also have that beautiful armor, that heavy Isengard plate, or Isengard made plate, that keeps them steady. But with the, as I say, with the renegades coming in, really smashing some people apart, I really like that. And they're going to get in. Can we get one final push to just get in amongst these Snaga? Because if you can just stop them... Oh, I guess we're shooting them up. That's beautiful too, but... Yeah, it's very rare that Snaga don't pay for themselves in a siege. In a field battle, it's a bit different, but in a siege, it's very rare, just because they're so cheap. We've got the Lurch Hunting Pack, and also some Uruk-hai Raiders. Wow, I didn't expect to see these guys in a siege defense. You know, you've usually always got a bit more money. They're fine, you know, they're fine, but you know, they're just not what you expect to see. But right now Isengard's doing okay. I'm interested to see how that ballista's going to be used though. Maybe not the best map for it, or I would maybe have wanted to see the ballista over here or something like that. Yeah, maybe. Well, Gondor and the few Lindon forces are holding here. As I say, I see the temptation of that. And there's nothing around that can do quick damage against you if you did come down with the knights. Like, I would still want to get a Pelargon Marine unit over here. Your allies are dying, though. And it's dangerous to be passive on one side when your allies elsewhere are struggling. The last few Nazgul dropping, that'll be a very nice thing for the attackers when they're finally off the field. Noldor and guard there in amongst these archers. Oh hell. Oh, that's nice. Yep, this is a good move from Czech Norris. He's trying to countercharge there, Pajo. Fuck, ouch. Ooh. A few of them did drop. I don't know if we really got a charge bonus off there. Which is what see, it's not really a charge bonus, but you need that charge attack to just rinse something like the Noldor and guard. But yeah, if he gets away, he can keep doing that. And we've got no spears or pikes. The whole battle line is held up on these Nazgul. And now that we're sort of set up a little bit, that's going to come in again. It's going to be a lot worse than the first one. And these archers are there. We can't really engage both. Oh, poor Paggio. I'm sorry about this. This is it's not a fun position to be in. Yep, 35 now. Did they get off a charge? They did. They definitely did. Yeah, he's trying to push himself like inside of this unit, which is smart. That's smart. Definitely let your enemy's forces absorb the charge for you so that it doesn't get through your men. Overlord's still cracking on in here. Where are these never-ending work maulers from Czech Norris? Oh, I like this. A few spearmen just getting in there, just interfering with the Orc Javies. They'll take a while longer to die, surely, unless this guy doesn't get out of his stun lock. Right, good, he did. He should be alright. Oh god, there's another Nazgul. That's something you see a lot of the time with Mordor on the defense. I remember I've got a Carn Doom siege up on the channel, and I think I've just called it. It's called just like something like I fucked up pretty much, and I just attacked Asdol Amroth and got ravaged by a Mordor defender, who I think he definitely had 2 Nazgul. He might have even had more, but they just ripped me apart on those walls. Gondorian archers mixed in still with a handful. Oh, yeah, so there's still a handful of Gondorian archers, but it's mainly marksmen of Caer Andros. They're taking fire from the Castamir's Rangers. Ouch, yeah, that's not fun. Even with that heavy armor, it's not pleasant to get hit by a ranger. But he's not got a fun attack position there. It's wide, which makes you like it, but it's exposed. whereas the other positions are just not really as good to shoot down. I guess you can really ravage down here, true, but how did those Noldor Guard get on? There. Oh, right, good man, Paggio. Yep, sometimes, especially considering that, you know, he's gained some good ground, sometimes the best course of action is just to say, no, this is a bad situation for me, I'm leaving, and he's done that. That's definitely a struggle I've got. I've got a bad habit of like, oh god, the situation's going bad, put more stuff in it. The situation's still going bad, put more stuff in it. And I just funnel more and more forces into a bad situation when I really should leave it. These poor guys took out their javelins there. Had they kept their spears out, they could have been messing up these Mordor archers. Oh god, they're shaking, wavering. Do not break, you scoundrels. I don't know. This is maybe where I'd leave them in there. But I just feel they'll do okay in that fight. Doesn't actually have that. Apart from the Westmark Marshals, and maybe doesn't want to send them in yet. But as I say, Rohan's been doing a good job, but once he's done over there, Mordor's just going to be able to take all of their survivors and reinforce the other flanks, leaving behind just a skeleton crew to hold the line. Champions of the White Hand, yet getting some charges off here, trying to emulate what the Melkor's Chosen were doing across the battlefield. Don't know how effective they've been with it, though. Looks like, the last few guards of Orthanc, actually still 26 guards of Orthanc just pressed into that little corner there, but they're getting gutted by the Elves right now, and that should continue, even without armor piercing. I'd maybe not give another volley from Belfast Marines, I don't think that's necessary. Ithilien Halberdiers coming up. Very nice to see. Very beefy halberds those men wield. Urukai infantry slipping in this now. Cool to see the Nawaki is continuing to reinforce here, not just sort of giving ground. I would have been tempted to maybe try and hold back to, you know, somewhere like here, where you can maybe use that ballista. But I say, like, if you sacrifice that top there, they'll shoot the ballista. That's what they'll do. So that's why he doesn't want to sacrifice that. It was good to talk these things out to myself and work out my own faults. But yeah, something you can't really do too well in a battle sometimes. You just think of an idea and you do it, and you don't fully run through, you know, what the enemy's going to do to counter it. Helmingus there, yeah, as their melee stats are solid. Unlike the Moronon archers, you know, they're a hybrid unit almost. They've got as much ammunition as you'd expect from a full-on archer, but their melee stats scream hybrid. These are, of course, the men that are made to defend the walls of Helm's Deep, so you'd expect that of them. Westmark infantry there, okay. I've got a decision to make for my Divine and Conquer playthrough. A bit of a spoiler for anybody that's not been watching it, but hey, Rohan has unfortunately crumbled, and that is sort of to be expected. That seems to be the way that it generally goes. But if I'm ever able to retake Rohan's lands, I was wondering what to do with Helm's Deep, and I thought about maybe giving it to the dwarves of something or other, because and just giving the glittering caves to a dwarven force. That could have been, you know, quite nice, rather than you know, holding onto it myself or just giving it to someone for no good reason. Slicing down this Melkor's Chosen unit, who's not managed to make it away. But yeah, oh damn, they have taken a lot of losses there, haven't they? Is there any? So the last few forces are dead, but that's all he's got over here. Oh, these Mythril Marines, if they could get a volley, they could get a nice volley into the Melkor's Chosen. That could be gorgeous. I'd maybe grab them and try and sprint them up here and just set them up in this little position. I know they could like try and power on through, but just, you know, the last remaining Noldor Guard could take that charge and then just volley him right in the face. Melkor's Chosen do have a shield though, and they do have the ability to receive an armor upgrade as well as just being like incredibly beefy. You can armor them up even more if you choose. They really are some fantastic powerhouse of a unit. Yeah, Lord Touch Me is still holding back, trying to use his ammunition. And it looks like he's splitting off, sending some stuff over here. That's not a bad idea. I like that. So he really wants to use up his skirmishers, which I totally understand. You know, he spent a lot of money on his skirmishers. He wants to use them. But he is seeing that his allies are not far from running out of troops, so he's going to send stuff over to actually push through their areas. Let's go back to 1 times speed. I think we're okay now. I think everything should be alright. But no, that's good. Sometimes, yeah, you know that you're no longer necessary, or your troops are no longer necessary at your choke point. So yeah, you want to get out, you want to go somewhere else. He definitely gave it a go. I don't know how well that charge went. I'm seeing a lot of corpses, so it might have gone not too bad. Very good to be a bit aggressive with those last few cavaliers. But careful not to get tied up with the last of the guards of Orthanc. If those guys actually received an armor upgrade, they look very nice as Gwathi looked up. Fallen trolls, that shield is massive. Still just, you know, the corpse of the troll just becomes a symbolic thing on the battlefield. It's always nice in you know, in some field battles or like some like kind of wider sieges when Mumakil are brought by a Haradrim player, and you get to fight around the corpses of the Mumakil. That's always cool. You've got to be careful your troops don't actually just get caught up in it, but yeah. Oh damn, the Shield Maiden's getting interrupted there by the Adunam Shadow Bows. Okay, outnumbering them, the Shield Maidens will win that fight, but it stops them from firing. The Nazgul though, that's another story. Hell, if those Shield Maidens could volley some shots into the Nazgul. I know the Nazgul have a massive amount of armor, but 79 or however many axes coming right in your face will not be fun. Westmark Marshals getting clattered in, yeah. Oh wow, good move. Yeah, getting around them. This is, oh, yeah. With this, we need to push up this side too. Because Rohan is not far from being out of this now. I think that's everything he's got, either running into the fight or in it already. Is that the general amongst... Nope, the general's already in there somewhere. Midaseld Guard, yeah, the Midaseld Guard are quite near the front lines. Oh, good. Oh, I thought that was a... I thought that was a Nazgul that you got that charge into. Ouch, sorry buddy. In an extended fight, of course, the Westmark Marshals will lose to the Nazgul. But with one good charge, they could rinse them. They could really rinse them. Over here, crashing on through some Blackguard of Barad-dûr. Yeah, you can see Czech Norris, even in this sort of wider engagement, he's just using his shield wall to just throw people around. The Knights of Umbar have arrived as well to cause some grief for Rohan, and without any... Oh, nice, good. And without any spears, it's going to be messy. Horse Lords of Ulmo, though, these Melkor's Chosen have been badly bloodied. Oh, rep. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't... What are these creatures called again? Yeah, no, I couldn't say. But those really, really fearsome wargs. He's just lost control of it, and it's slamming itself into that rock. Nice move here from Pajo, yeah. As I say, I've not really seen his name before, but he's got some good instincts either way. Yeah, the Uruk-hai pikes trying to hold... Okay, no, over on the left it's going not too bad up against these unarmor upgraded Athelin men-at-arms, but hey, they'll do okay. Dol Amroth perhaps not the most cost-effective army to have in a siege, but they've got the tools that you need. They definitely they have that. Oh, Lurch Hunting Pack are around. Yeah, getting some volleys through the Perithal champions. That's a shame. Can we not come over here and barrel through that way? Oh dear, ouch. We need these guys. They cause fear, and they're just good. Great little half-elves that we need on the front lines. Yeah, Gwathi Rock Door. Ready and waiting there. Yeah, they maybe have received an armor upgrade. I need to actually... I don't play as Imladris, so but I need to maybe just click on them at some point to just see what they look like with the armor upgrade and without it, just so I can tell. Shield Maidens just sort of trying to fall back from the Nazgul. If the Nazgul get tied up with the Midaseld Guard, hopefully the Midaseld Guard have used up their ammo, but if they are just sort of dedicated to fighting them, oh okay, it looks like they haven't. They're trying to fall back. See, this is sort of the same problem that I was sort of thinking was happening in that Tolfa last fight. You know, he's trying to use up his ammo, but nothing's holding the enemy in place. He's just running away from them. And, yeah, it makes it a bit difficult. Hadjo's coming on in. Horse Lords of Ilmo already there. Something needs to... Oh, ouch. They are taking charges like champs, though. The amount of time that those Noldor Guard have actually stood and held has been incredible. Warlords of Umbar there. Oh, come on, grab him. No, don't let him do this. Fountain Guard. Hey, yo. Oh, that's scary. Oh, that's scary for the Warlords of Umbar. You really don't want that. Yeah, trudge. Their northern neighbour is there. The best of the best coming on in to crush him. Belliceth Marksman still. So yeah, I think, yeah, Lord Touch Me, he's accepting this idea that he's just not going to be able to push through here. He's sent most of his forces over at the other end, but he's just present. So Umbar can't, Son of the Dundine cannot just let him in here. He's got to leave something behind. He's got to leave these Blackguard ready to go. And he's got to leave the pike lines, so it's fair, but hopefully the Fountain Guard can just come on and shred as they barrel their way through here. The Nazgul are not actually going to love that fight. Full unit of Fountain Guard going up against the Nazgul. Yeah, they're running away. Don't blame them. Do not blame them. If they got like right in amongst the Fountain Guard, it would be fine, but they're not going to be able to do that too easy. Last of the Melkor's chosen here. Shield Maiden's still around. Shield Maiden's here. Medical Guard, yeah, you see, they've suffered a lot of losses. But, once again, they're alive, and they have their ammunition. And if they hadn't been retreated back, in the manner that Overlord was, then maybe they would. Maybe they would be dead, you know, so it's fair. Nazgul there. Oh, winded Nazgul, goodness me. Fountain Guard, organize. Come on, this is a fight you can win. Lord Touch Me getting around the flank. Oh, General dead. Of course, the General is a lot weaker, even being inside of a Nazgul unit. He's a lot weaker than a Nazgul is, so he will usually be the first to die. Oh, ouch, those Marines just took a nasty charge. Horse Lords are coming on back now, though. And the Fountain Guard are just pushing up to try and lock them down. But now that they're in... Oh, those Temple Guard. They can get some good shots in, too. It'd be perfect to shoot the Fountain Guard, in all honesty. That'd be worth a volley or two for me. Still, no major ground has been taken over here. What are we at, generally? 49 for 63. That's not a bad place to be in for the defenders, but... okay, Narutina Warriors shouldn't be too bad in that fight, but we want to shoot these guys if we can. I don't think there's anything to shoot them with, though. But as I say, a lot of those losses, though, that the attackers have been suffering have not been the Elves of Imladris. The Elves of Imladris are still standing. They've still got their Elder Inway. They still have their cream of the crop. The Haven Guard are still on the field. Whereas the defenders have been very active with their elite units. And as much as I've sort of praised them for that, as much as I really do like seeing that happen, there's issues with it. Certainly. Mythalon Marines toe-to-toe with the Temple Executioners. It's rare that humans are going to be superior to elves in a fight, but this is definitely one of those cases. Of course, there are crossbows trying to run back. Temple Guard there. Yeah, the Horse Lords of Ilmo trying to sort of run riot in amongst all of this, but the Royal Guard are there. You have to be a bit careful. Blackguard of Barad-dûr running off. I don't know. Is it... I mean, those Blackguard are going to have to use ammunition against something. I'm just wondering, when do we want Gondor to strike? Oh, good or bad? Ah, that was the attacking general. He was inside of the Horse Lords of Ilmo, and he has actually been dropped by a lowly orc javelin. Who does... Yep, there he is. Oh, that's a shame. Yep, dropped by an orc javelin who does have an anti-cavalry bonus. He is a spearman. And there is this one Melkor's chosen unit trying to chase him down. I'd maybe want to turn around and give that one good go just to get him. Yeah, Chick Norris. Oof, rip. Oh, I don't think we can ignore him forever though, because he's slowly going to wipe us out, I think. Yeah, they're trying to get him now, but he's already slipped off. Oh, rip Nowaki. I know he's going for the crossbowman, but the oh no. Yeah, so he saw those crossbows. That's nice. But now the Nazhai are going to come in and trap him and rip him apart. Now, those Nazhai were hiding, but had we been able to switch targets fast enough and come in for a charge against the Nazhai, that would have been a godsend, I feel. We still might do that, but still, as I say, that Melkor's Chosen just topping around. Nawaki's Pike's probably going to come over here and block that off, so yeah, that chance to charge the Nazhai is over, unfortunately. Temple Executioners, though, they received a nasty hit, and they are getting brutalized. We're getting shots coming in. Harlingen Guard, yeah, it might be them. Pelagor Marines, and Medicilled Guard, too. A lot of power over here, as the fighting has moved up into the upper valleys. Mithlon Swordmasters, backed up by the Fountain Guard on their right flank, will be brutalizing these Umbar forces, but that is a lovely lob shot there from the crossbows into the Pelagor Marines. Okay, I think Gondor can be okay with that. There's worse things for him to be shooting at right now, and I don't think Sun can be too upset with that either. I think it's decent all around. I don't think anybody's really winning from that trade. It's just a sensible exchange. Casimir's Rangers unloading. Oh, hopefully not against something like this. No? Might just be, I think it's just ravaging these forces. Lord Touchme looks like he's maybe coming forward. No, I think he was maybe thinking about it, but don't know what those axemen are doing. It might have been a misclick. But the cavalry are present, and yeah, they're going to come through and hurt whatever they really want. There's no counter cavalry power here. So if Sun can micro that unit of cav, he can just blast, and just start smashing down the Gondorian forces. But even with that wiped out, it's going pretty good for the attackers over on this side. Temple Executioners not far from being wiped out. We don't want these Horse Lords of Umul staying in that fight, though. The Temple Executioners will kill quite a few of them, even in their weakened state. Athellan Halberdiers, backed up by the Imladris Guardians, slicing through the Isengard defenders, who are relying upon their crossbows. Oh, a fresh unit of pikes coming on in. Lurt's Hunting Pack are still present. They just went into hiding. Couldn't tell if they had their bows out or not. Snaga's Skirms come back, probably from routing. Exhausted as they are, but hey, if one of them wants to jump in front of an axe or a sword strike for a pikeman, then I'm sure that Nawaki will be pleased. Coming on down here. No, Nazhai, nice, healthy, and uncharged. Oh, this one raider sort of bugged out there. All of his brothers dead, so he's probably lucky that he got bugged. Shield Maidens coming forward, ready to hurl into their most hated enemy of Isengard. But that heavy armor of the Uruk-hai will help. Yeah, Medicilled Guard coming in. Okay, super. Yeah, I'd say heavy armor, but unshielded, so axes always suck. You know, axes always suck, no matter how much armor you've got. Especially axes from something like the Shield Maidens of Rohan, who are exceptional. Very heavy axes from them. But the Medicilled Guard, that's probably a little bit more nasty, because that is armor piercing. And it is, of course, from a bodyguard unit. I'd be tempted to come a little bit further forward, in all honesty, and see if I could hit the back of the Nazhai. Because they can't really, like, rapidly attack you with anything there, so I'd maybe go for that. The Lord Touch Me is coming flying on forward now, but with a big break there, yeah, there's nothing to counter the cav. That's the issue we're having here. Just nothing to counter the cavalry. Oh wait, oh, these guys are back. Oh, we can get them trapped. Maybe we can get them trapped. That could be lovely, and nah, too many of them are getting out. That's a shame. Slicing down the Royal Guard and the Belkith Marksmen. Yeah, this is a damn good grind. I mean, the Royal Guard will hold them for a while, and that's where the General is for Sun, so he doesn't want to lose those guys. Umbar's morale is pretty decent, but it's not exceptional. Not like an elf or something like that. Well, saying that, most of those Balakith units are freaking good with their morale. The Nazhai are now coming forward. They are bloodied, so they've definitely taken a bit of a beating. Those Shield Maidens are out of ammunition, so that's always good. make sure that they've used that up. Medical Guard getting the last of theirs. That's 2. Oh, no, no, that's a horn. Oh, no, that was a charging horn. Okay. That was a Rohan horn anyway. Yeah, so you can get around the side and, yeah, just volley into the back of the Nazai maybe. Perfect. Oh, goodness me, those poor pikes. Rip. Swordmasters there. The Nazai are going to be good, but the Medical Guard can get even one full volley into the backs of the Nazai. That could be all it takes to just get that fight in their favor. Oh, and the Horse Lords are present. Yeah, no, good. Nowaki is going to receive some nasty backstabs. The Ballista is probably going to hit by Cav. There's not really anything you can do about that. I'd maybe want to get the crew. Oh, there's nowhere safe for Nowaki. He has done his part, most certainly, but the flank behind him has fallen. And he's got a few survivors that have made their way over here. I think his best bet is to just, I'd maybe still get the Ballista crew off that Ballista and try to hide them. I don't know if Ballista crews can hide without oh, weird deja vu for a second. I don't know if Ballista crews can hide without their siege gear. Maybe they can, but Pike's chasing away. Yep, good reactions there from Padjo. Not getting too close to that. But still, Sun's healthy, and there's no longer, like, yeah, this attack is done, and Lower Touchme is definitely making the right call. Like, just get out of there, just run. Now, if I was Sun, yeah, okay, he is going to run down here, I think, but if I was Sun, I would just be sprinting on down here, trying to hurt Gondor, because they've got a long run. I suspect what they're going to try and do is sprint all the way and try and run up there. But that's a long way away, and you can hit them over and over and over again, and they can't do anything about it. That's what I would be up to anyway. Pelasg Marines mixing up with the Fountain Guard as they smash through the Alcaronas Legion, but those Blackguard are free now. Yeah, the Corsair Blackguard, and that's a lot of jabs. A lot of high-powered jabs. Ah, another Temple Guard too. Has Rohan's general fall in there in the hands of an Nazai. Certainly a worthy opponent for a general. But no, oh, damn. Doesn't look like we were able to get a great charge on those Nazai. And they have been healthy. Some pikes are actually... Oh, wow. Good stuff, Nowaki. He's coming through with the pikes to save... Oh, a few units that were hiding over here, who I didn't notice. They come screaming on down. Stop that Ballista from firing at all costs. Good move, Stalin. The champions of the White Hand are going to hit you for it and punish you, but... It is what it is. We need to get more stuff down here if we can. Those pikes are going to be wiping out those Gwathi Rockdoor if we don't have anything to help them out. The Eldarenway are untouched, which is always a scary thing. And the Gwathi Arthand are present too. Okay. Oh, damn, dude, this is nice, isn't it? Yeah, you never see this section of the map getting used, but I really like that. This little section here, just final point before the town. It's cute. Anyway, sorry. I like map design, dude. It's nice just to lose yourself in maps sometimes. But yeah, and I talked about this before. But yeah, big like troll head in there. Anyway, Wanderers and Emberdell, they're nice and healthy. Well, by nice and healthy, I mean they've still got their bows out, so nice and healthy on ammunition. I'd hope. One champion of the White Hand still. Did I see that for a second? No. Might have been a mistake for my reading. Yeah, just get around the back, crush that pike unit, deal with those hunting pack maybe. Horse Lords are here just to try and work our way through the trees. Kill the last of the Nazai. There's still 13 Medical Guards. The general was not the last man standing among them. And the Gwathi Rockdoor are free. Okay, so for so long it's been the defenders that just had cav superiority inside of here. But now they are just about gone with their cav. We might still have the Warlords of Umbar somewhere. Has he done what I would have done? Or has he... What's this? No? Axeman? What's this blue... no, just a few guys running away. No, I don't think he has been chasing them. No, he's pulled back the Warlords. That's going to leave Gondor with a few remains. But I suppose you can deal with that with your cavalry later. You know, you wanna win the fight that's in front of you right now. Oh, Casimir's Rangers, good stuff. Oh, that hurts. These Fountain Guard are so important, and they're just getting ripped apart by Rangers. Harlan and Guard there. We can keep 13 horse lords of Elmo. They've done their job. They're just about gone now, but they've done an all right job. No one can argue against that. But we'll see if the Gwathi Rock Door are going to be all right. Still 30 or 12 Medicil Guard there. Untitled Champions, routing pikes. What are we at? 73 for 85. We're still ahead, which is interesting. Bellicar pikes don't. Okay. Oh, I see. Right. So he was chasing down the Temple Guard. That's why we got pretty close to that. They can be night killers if they want to be. Oh, that's cheeky. Have they just got a pike on either side? No, they don't. Ah, the Ballista crew did make it out, but I do not think we're getting back to that Ballista. No. But at least they didn't just die. That's 35 guys that we can just yeet into the enemy at some point. Crossbows, still with their crossbows in hand. Sun really pulling everything he can back. Is this where we're defending? That's tight. And the enemy still have Rangers. I'm worried. We'll see. Oh, damn, Horse Lords. Careful. Good charge, though, but good charge. But a few of them maybe getting caught up. Ah, sliced down. Ow, fuck. 2 of them went down. That's leaving us with just 4. Yeah. End to the Casimir's Rangers, who are now out of ammo. But we just kind of need to cleanse numbers, I suppose. Horse Lords will be out of hit points at this point, though. Harlan and Guard. Might want to consider retreating back to the Gondorians that are coming up behind you. They're a long way off. Yeah, that's them just coming up now, but Harlan Guard with ammunition. Ammunition's going to be so important to dislodge the enemy from that final choke point. Good stuff, yeah. No point taking that fight, just run away. Use your elven speed to just lead them on a bit of a wild goose chase. They would do okay in that fight, but oh, if the Gwathi Rock Door could just get a charge or 2 into them, that's perfect. See, a Wanderer's there. Yep, shredding these poor Umbar forces. Temple Guard responding and taking out a few of Nawaki's men. But he's running quite far back. He's running sort of back into here, which just means he's not really going to be able to react to anything too much. And 2, right, so he's got 1 pretty badly bloodied Dismount Knight, but he does have like a full unit of Dismount Knight and Silver Swan. Now these guys' actual like fighting stats are not exceptional, but they are 2 hit points. So you've got to, you know, they'll be all right. They'll be able to do something. Good stuff. Sun is trying to come on in there to help, but Czech Norse unfortunately getting grabbed. Really nasty charge into the Temple Guard. A few of them going down. Pikes falling back. See the Dismounted Knights of the Silver Swan coming on in. Oh, ouch, Czech. I'm sorry about that. What's the plan here, boys? Defend. Okay, good. Spread out a little bit more. Holding there as 1 point, and it looks like they're gonna try and hold this open area. Alcrondas Legion coming up from hiding. That's in it. Oh, wow. Surprised they could hide there. Is that the last? That's like that Temple Guard unit is the last unit that Czech Norse has. That's the last green we've got on the field there, you can see. 25 of them. Yeah, you can see they're doing a really nice job up against the Dismounted Knights of Silver Swan. Even though they are, of course, outnumbering them, you'd still maybe hope they could rattle some people down. Can we get another charge in there with something? No, it looks like the Cav have gone. Oh well, I'm sure he's not too worried about those guys. Their morale buffing effect is not super necessary anymore, considering we've got Haven Guard, Perithal Champions, and another Dismounted Knight of the Silver Swan. So we should be okay. So what do we have? We outnumber them, but as you can see, the silver and gold is what remains of the attackers. Full unit of spears there. Full unit of swordmasters. Another full unit of spears, and a full healthy unit of Gwathi Arthand. That's 63 2-hit point super armored elves approaching. So it's scary. It's scary. Yeah, last Dismounted Knight there. Temple Guard sort of chasing them away. Don't know. I'd love to know how much ammo he's got at that stage. It's going to really be down to how how Sun can use the last of his jabs, I'd say. And how the attackers are able to use their cavalry power. Yep, these guys, they did good, but Padru just turned around at the right moment, grabbed him, and the Wardens of the White Tower have come to slice him up. But they are locked morale, so they'll do an alright job. Only 14 go through Rock Door, though. Medicilled Guard there, 12 of them, out of ammunition, but they'll hopefully do okay. Definitely out of hit points, very bloodied there, so they've got to make sure they don't get shot at. But if they get into melee, they'll kill a decent number. Wanderers and Umbar lull you guys out. No, you're not. No, you're not. Might just jump up to. We'll see. We might go for a quick 2x speed for a second, just as the attackers prepare for the final attack. Coming over there. Isengard Ballista, is he trying to hide them? No. No, I wonder what he was trying to do over there. I could see maybe the sense in trying to get over here and like hiding in that little spot for a backstab or something. Warlords of Umbar taking a long... Okay, no, they're just waiting there. I thought they were going to take a long way around and try and backstab. Wanderers in Emmerdale hiding there. We just saw them disappear. They've sacrificed that little valley. They're going to be defending it with crossbows and the pikes holding behind. Okay, good. Keeps you out of the way. We'll go back to 1x speed as things are developing. Oh, ouch. Oh, fuck. Yeah, right side. So that shield is not useful there. Even as heavily armored as they are, that's a good shot. Good catch there. Ouch. Fuck, again. You can just see, like, by that stagger, how many of them just received that damage. Warlords of Umbar coming in, though. And we have nothing to protect our archers. Guys, come on. We need... Yeah, that's been the one thing that I think the defenders, the attackers have been, like, messing up with. It's just never protecting anything against cavalry. Now, I know it's very difficult. But no, like, there's some tools there that could have stopped that. Now, as long as these guys don't break or get wiped out, that's fine, because they'll use up all of that ammo, but that's a shame. Good catch from Sun, of course. It shouldn't, yeah, it's, you can't ever just chalk something up to, like, one player just screwing up, you know. It is always down to, like, the skill of another player, too, to just catch the right moment to do things. And, of course, over here, like, I can't, you know, like, these Alcronas Legion, of course, just getting caught out like that. It's happening all across the board, and it's very easy to lose track of things. And to just receive a nasty calf charge, even in pitch battles, you know. I did my first like 1v1 recently for like a long. It's been a while since I've done a 1v1 in Reforged, and I got dunked on with just mistiming my movements, just getting my crossbowmen. Whoa, nasty charge from some Glade Riders, even though the spears were right behind them, ready to jump on in. Just mistimed it all. So good. Havengard pulled back. I thought one of these guys had a javelin for a second. It's just some of them have axes, some of them have swords. It's just something kind of cool about the Medicilled Guard. They're nice. I like the idea of, you know, a unit where, like, the men inside of it are just able to, like, yeah, you just use whatever you feel most comfortable using, just for these sort of specialized tasks. Belagod pikes there. Yeah, it's beefy. Like, Sun sells quite an organized army. Oh, no. Oh, these crossbows are going to get a nasty volley, and I think those warlords are out of there. Yeah, those warlords are safe. They're going to run away. Are they going to get away in time? 13 of them. They're getting pretty far, but I don't think they're going to get out of range. Both. Yep. Doof. Lucky. Very, very well done there, cavalry. No, it's always in, like, Warhammer, you can really just bait arrow fire and the like out of people and just, like, keep running around, and You know, it's in Medieval 2, it's always so much more difficult to do that. Like, if somebody's fired an arrow, it's got a decent chance of hitting. You can be Daisy Duking around like crazy, but it's probably going to hit you. Right, nice Silver Swan pulling back there. Yeah, Corsair Blackguard. Yeah, it's funny because this is always something that the attackers tend to do. Just like poke their heads out, try to use some ammunition, and then run away again. In all honesty, yeah, like Nabis keeps sort of sacrificing ground, which is fair, but like at some point we're gonna have to get stuck in. We can't just sort of keep this Daisy Dukage going, because it's either going to screw up once and we're going to receive a really nasty volley. I know we're just waiting for the other side to get into position. Oh, Eldarin Archers still have their full ammunition, don't they? Oh, hell. Yeah, of course. Now, again, like the Wardens of Amon Lank, it's not an armor-piercing arrow, but it's a very high damage arrow. So it can be absolutely brutal up against anybody, really. You know, you can use it as an armor-piercing arrow, I often think. But, you know, you just have to be aware that it's not. Corsair Blackguard there. They have received some damage, so their DPS isn't going to be like quite what it was. They'll still get through that ammunition, hopefully. Oh, see, and all the while Nabis is just tiring out his forces doing this. They're running up hills, down hills, across. It's they're fresh right now, but it won't be forever. Guard being pulled back. Let me just move my foot map 1 second. Yeah, it's Warlords of Umbar coming out. No. I think we're going to 2 times speed again, just for a minute. Where's a nice place to perch? I think here. I think this is actually a really lovely spot. Eldarin Spears coming down. Dismounted Knights. Blackguard coming forward. I think they will get a volley. They will get a volley. Oh, interesting. They were going for the Temple Guard. Temple Guard will get away, but they'll suffer a little bit of damage. Will the response be enough? I think now is the time. I think this is happening. It's not. It's just a... When are we getting involved, though? Like, we can maybe wipe out this unit of Blackguard. We can wipe out that unit of Temple Guard, maybe. Lurt's Hunting Pack waiting there. Looping right on through, but right to the front of these units, Ranger ammunition's not going to do too much to us. Yeah, I think... well, the thing is, if we're coming in, we need to be closer than we are. Everything's quite far back, and these 2 units are running in by themselves. Okay, we're falling back. Blackguard there. Still a lot of stuff in the back here. Oops, sorry. Yeah, all the way back into that little corner. Never seen this map come down to this area. Warlords of Umbar there. Oh yeah, they're ripping peace up against the Elder Emily Spears. Gondor arriving now too. Taking a bit of fire. Oh no, that was just me switching between the 2 units. Elder Emily Archers finding their mark. A few of them shooting straight up, unfortunately, because of these Wardens, but the rest, good stuff. It's the left side, unfortunately, so shields are helpful, but yeah, they can use up that ammo. Armament Guard presenting themselves. Pajo, you know, willing to take any damage that's going to be coming at him. Waithy Rockdoor present. Oh, ripping through the last of the Warlords. They've done very well. They can be, yeah. I think Sun can be happy enough with what he's done with them, and he's allowing his troops and his allies to get a few more shots into the Rockdoor. Rockdoor are not going to be super duper useful in the last stage here, but it's always good to have some cav. Surely they're not going to worm their way through that. Wow, one of them has. Oh, no way. Really? Well done, you sneaky knight. Now, what is one knight going to do? We'll have to see, but yeah. Now, I think if Lord Touchme is able to just come on forward and like sit in front of these guys, if somebody's going to take a beating, I would suggest the Gondorians. Because it's generally like, it's the mid-tier Gondor... Oh, ow, fuck, not the Wardens, hopefully, though. But still, because it's generally like this mid-tier Gondorian force, whereas everybody else really only has their elites left. So, If they're willing to spend their crossbows... No, that was a cancelled shot. They don't have any... No, he's not going to shoot the Gondorian infantry, I don't think. Maybe he is. Yeah, okay, cool. I mean, hell yeah, yeah. Dude, even crossbow fire, if you're willing to use it on my... Oh, sorry about that. If you're willing to use it on my Gondorian infantry, I'll let you. Yeah, 83 for 88. See, it's like the percentages make it seem like the defenders sort of have this, because if you're normally, if you have that sort of lead at this point in the game, the defenders have got it. But the problem is just the quality that remains on the attacking side. What the defenders are wanting is to get a nice volley of crossbow fire into either the back of an Elder Emway spear or the front of an Elder Emway swordmaster. I just don't know if they're going to get it. Dismount Knights the Silver Swan leading the charge here. Anything willing to shoot at them? Or throw at them? No. No, they're going to be getting in unmolested. Now they're not... I mean, they've got decent armor value. Are they getting poked? No, Sun's not letting them just sit back. Oh, they are pulling away though. Okay, okay. Just wait, just wait. Nuritino Warriors, you guys are out of ammo now, surely. Yeah. Oh no! Wow. Okay. Okay, you're not. Where are the Elder Emway archers? I guess they don't want to expose themselves to a crossbow volley, but... surely they've not used up all of their ammo. Nuritino? No, they're hiding, they're hiding. With the Arthan waiting. Nice Silver Swan just standing right out of range. That's funny. Okay, something was firing. And they're getting stuck in now, okay. Yep, this is what you need to do up against these pikes, especially if you've got some good armor or some good quality units. Just shunt your way on in. And that should be alright. But as I say, they don't have a lot of killing power, these guys. So they're not going to be able to do some great work. But the Perithal Champions, though, they certainly will. And that is going to be... that I would shoot at the Perithal Champions. Oh. Opening up into the Nuritino Warriors, are we? Yeah, I guess the Rangers are not really going to get a great shot now anyway. So they just want to shoot at something that's got a lighter armor value that they can actually hurt. So that's fair enough. You can understand that. The Gondorians. Good stuff from Lord Touchme getting through in amongst the crossbows. That was really upset Sun. As they take out their little harpoons to try and defend themselves. Oh no. Oh wait. Victory is certain. Victory is certain. It was busted for a minute. See, with those Elder Emway spears, do you want to get them into shield wall and shunt your way through? I'd be tempted by that. But maybe they're just relying on their ability to kill the enemy here, rather than anything else. Elder Emway archers opening up again. Now that some of the crossbows are tied up. What are we going for anyway? I wouldn't mind seeing what target he's choosing. I think everything there, like, I would just want to get my arrows thrown on in. And I don't think anything is a bad target. No, let's let him. Come on, boys. Come on. Yep, there we go. And bang. Looks like they're going... Yeah, good. Yep, heights, perfect. Yeah, that's really nice. You preferably not something with a shield. But yeah. Okay, now that they're through, they're really ripping people up. Temple Guard there, having victory certain for now. But as long as the attackers don't end up with a break, I think that's gonna change. Alcrondas Legion though, hey, that's not gonna have to suffer a break. Even like the Gwathi Arthand, they could do a monstrous little push. Even they don't have high mass, but it's like their morale is gonna hold. They're not gonna die. Nice positioning here from Sun. That's great. Just yet they need to get their ammunition used up on anything up in front of them. Haven Guard having a defeat is certain for a second, probably just taking some jabs to the face. Stalin Step Bro waiting there. Runway Spears waiting too. Yeah, you know, this is maybe a point where I think I'll grab them in shield wall, grab these guys in shield wall. maybe just get right on in. As I say, I understand why they're not, but it's maybe what I would do. We're still opening up with our... I think we're opening up into just this blob here with the Elder Emwy archers. Some Gondorian infantry running off there. Yeah, it's just generally the Belagar pikes that he's going for. Yeah, these archers are out of ammunition. Those Blackguard are not, though. These crossbows are not out of ammo either. Ballista crew. Hopefully finding a mark later. Lurt's hunting pack, not out of ammo. Just not sure what to go for yet. I just want to have a look at that model there. Yeah, they're really cool dudes. Nice. Oh, cool. Anyway, yeah, so... Elder Emwy archers... So, yeah, do we have everything in there, really? Apart from the absolute uber tier elves, everything else is in the fight. And it's... The Umbar line seems to be holding out. Untitled Champion's down to 34 now. All of this arrow fire is going to wear down the men of Umbar. Corsairs there in the fight. They're not going to have the greatest kill count. Not as good as the Alcronas Legion and so on. They're fighting side by side. The Rangers getting thrown on in there now too. Raythearthan down to 60, so they are taking a bit of damage. I love that feather. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, the Adunab Shield Guard. Let's see if we can find a guy with it. There we go. Yeah, like this guy here. It just looks so cool. Yeah, it's just dope. I really wish I could use that unit better in battles and sieges, but I just never really have much success with it, so it's not really one of the units that I take too often. Or sometimes I take it, but it's more just for the flair. It's because I like the unit rather than I'm really expecting to get much done with it. But right, the Elder Emwy spears have arrived here now, and they'll be coming on forward. But again, they're just sort of engaging. They're not using a shield wall push. I like this Nabis getting around the backs there. Wow, that guy's pushing deep. He will die. Yeah, he'll die very quickly. I didn't expect him to die that fast, but he was totally surrounded by Blackguard. They're good in a melee engagement. Ballista crew getting hurled on in there. Fantastic. That's the general. That's Nabis himself getting in there now. But he's very bloodied. And there, the pikes are just holding firm. Pikes are holding out nicely. Those Elder Emwy have disappeared. So that scares me a bit. I think that they're out of ammunition. Ah, they're in the fight. Yep, they're in there. But, you know, they're Elder Emwy elves at the end of the day. Very nicely armoured and damn good melee fighters to boot. So they'll hold their own and they will get some good kills. But just with the general, yeah, Nabis just trying to keep this unit from firing. But they seem to... He's working for now. But he will not be long for this world. It's quite cool that it was the general himself. Ah, there he goes. It was cool that it was the general that actually pushed through himself. It wasn't just a random Haven Guard that did it. The Adunab Shield Guard are just good. That Numenorian blood running through them, deep in their veins, it's even allowing them to go toe-to-toe with a unit as fearsome as the Elder Emwy spears. For as long as they have. They have trying to make something work, but it's just not. If it was me, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd just keep the cav back, because and I'd hope that just whatever was left at the end of this, if we didn't manage to push through, if we didn't manage to win, I'd hope that whatever remained at the end of this, I could kill it with a few charges off the Gwathi Rock Door. That would be my hope. I wouldn't be pushing through the way that he's doing right now. I think if you're wanting to push, you've got the Arthad, you've got oh, if you don't have them, but you've got the Arthad. They're your pushers. I don't really like pushing with Cav wildly. Not when it's a line this thick. It's just never really gonna achieve too much, I feel. Or I fear, not I feel. I'm down to 57, yeah, so they're still taking a beating, and I know they're very capable of it, but some of them are going to be down some hit points now. I think that's the last Gondorians off the field. Unless the, no, unless there were some wardens of the White Tower hiding somewhere. No, I think, oh, you've come back. Ah, well done, boys. That's nice. Oh, they can just make their way back to the fight. They're already shaken, so they're probably not going to be able to do too much when they get there, but it's nice that they're present. Yeah, Casimir's Rangers, they'll slowly whittle you down. I just think get out of there. Find an opportunity later, maybe. Oh, there's still some wardens. I'm seeing them. Still 11 wardens. There's one of them. Yep. Oy, oy, oy. How thick are we here? Bad. Those Blackguard, it's a big unit of them though, so they'll get some good damage, especially against those poor sword masters. But they'll get through that ammunition quite quickly. Lurch Hunting Pack trying their hand at dealing some damage as well. Elder Emily Spears enjoying that fight again now. The Sword Masters have arrived. The Sword Masters, stat-wise, they're basically an elite unit. You know, they're basically a bodyguard unit in their own right. They're freaking amazing, really. Untitled Champions running off there. A few of the dismounted knights of Silver Swan. It really is an elven attack at this point. Mainly then, yeah, Imladris elven. The Lindon forces are gone. So it's all no lore now. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, saying that, these guys are back. As I say, they're only 34 and they are wavering. You maybe want to come over here. I don't know. I love this from Nabis. This is really nice. Oh no, damn it. Good catch from Sun. Good catch, but that's still 4. Oh, boys, no. Oh well, that was though a full unit. Like that full 81 guys, all basically hurling their jabs right into those like 4 Haven Guard. So, and I'm seeing a few guys running out of ammo now. I think they're just about gone. So, perhaps their sacrifice was worth it. You'd rather them all concentrated and just pin cushioning a few guys rather than yeah, good. So Lord Touchme is going to try and do that, but I just worry about the morale of those guys. Just settle down, boys, settle down. You're fighting side by side with the finest elves there are in the land. 91 for 96, but again, it's these boys that are scary. They'll kill a good few percentage points themselves, and the amount of ammunition we've been spending, I just don't think... I don't know how much of it we've got left. There's no more Mordor forces. I'm pretty sure all the Mordor orcs and Dunedain, not Dunedain, Númenóreans are gone. Oh damn, yeah, those guys are running off now. But hey, they took a bit of a beating. I'm sure they, even if they just showed up, took a jab volley and ran away, that's a damn good service to their allies. That was a Haven Guard dropped there. Dear. Still a banner carrier for the Wardens. He's around and he will slice through a few of these Corsairs. It really is. This right flank is not strong. Okay, no, they are the Alclarandus Legion there. I was going to say it's not so strong, but yeah, because I thought it was just Haven, not Haven, it's Casimir's Rangers and Corsair Crossbows, but no, there's a few others. A few other tricks around. 55 Arthan, you see, I just don't know. I would maybe have just gotten them in the fight anyway, even if I wasn't intending to push. I just think that he was just giving them a great, like an easy shot there. It's like a lot of these guys are battered and bloodied at this point. But still, we'll see how they do. Blackguard's trying to get a quick volley. Oh no, they're out. That's a unit of them out. These were the guys that shredded the Haven Guard, that shredded those last few Gondorian infantry, so we'll see Lurch Hunting Pack, they're done too. And that's some 2 hit point guys coming in. You know, body-piercing archers at the end of the day, but, you know, they got some melee stats to boot. Blackguards there trying their best. They could come around here and, you know, really shred, but it's all the left side. And if they came around on the back, there's actually nothing... No, oh, yeah. You can get a charge in. I'm glad to see that the rock door were pulled out. That's nice. Victory. Oh, just stabbing some people down there as the Elder Inway. Wardens doing their best still. Still 7. The last few of them have survived for a really long time. Swordmasters just gutting their way through the Black Numenorians. And the Corsairs too. Upcard here. Got their jabs, trying to find a target, I suppose. Yeah, the last few of them. Sun is trying to get around here. This is maybe something you'd want the Cav to respond to. But I know you come in there, you bash them, you will lose somebody to a pike, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it rather than just letting these 6 jav throwers just hammer your lines at point blank. Oh, no, maybe not. That was the amount of ammo, and he did come and respond. Was it baked? Oh, would I have just been? I would have been baited. Definitely, I would have been absolutely debated there. Was Sun waiting for that? That's naughty. That's really cheeky. The rock door is still around, but this guy's trapped amongst them, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a shame. So there'll be only 3 of them left. But oh, good catch there, Sun. That was dirty. 25 Elder Emway archers left as we continue to stab into the lines. Looks like a little. Oh, Swordmaster's pulling. I like that. Oh, well, that was a break, yeah. Swordmasters sort of pulling out there. If the Swordmasters could pull out and then open up a charging route, now, because they pulled out, they've opened themselves up as a gorgeous volley target for the jabs. So they need to get back in the fight. It's funny that you're safer in the combat than you are outside of it. Oh, don't receive a charge like that. Surprised, like, so much ammo. But now this is kind of open for charges. Yeah, and all 3 of those guys are Lancers. They've lost their captain, their banner carrier, and so on, so they're not worried about that. All 3 of them are going to get their Lancers down. Bam! Good hit, good hit. Casimir's Rangers broke in there. I thought they locked morale, but I suppose they're not. You Swordmasters, yeah, the Swordmasters just, they're still not in the fight. They're just taking a beating. Ouch. Oh, run. No, Nawaki, what are you doing? Nawaki, what are you doing, you cheeky boy? Is he running off to his ballista? We can see in a bit. Still pikes. Yeah, what's those? We didn't have the sentinels. The Narrow sentinels weren't here. Drawing my spears, trying. Okay. Lurk's hunting pack are actually remaining back. They do have their bows out. Yeah, wow, you guys can cover some ground when you want to. Now, how many have actually made it out? 1, 2, 3. That's all I'm seeing, though. Let's zoom on out. Yeah, oh wait, oh, no, there's a good few of them up front. Oh, wow, they all made it, I think. They can grab that ballista. Okay, Nowaki. Let's see what you do with this. Ah, dear, right. Careful. Yeah, but he's in. He is in now, which is good. What he does with it. Oh, good. Wow, ouch. He's going to lose these guys, but if he can just bam, hammer away, that could be frightening. And Sun's having to pull some people off the lines in order to chase him down. Who was that? That looked like it was on our lines, unless somebody pushed deep. Could have been Stalin's general, in all honesty, who had just shunted his way like quite deep in behind the lines and gotten gutted there. But oh, it's not looking good. Maybe that was Sun's general, because we've got a shaky line. The last of the Cav though, getting trapped by the Blackguard, but still these 32 guys are not on the front line right now. And oh no. We need to maybe shunt in again. We've got a bit of distance, and our spears are not reaching them. They're just piking away, and we're not really dealing damage back. Ouch, crack. How is that ballista doing? Wow, it's okay. It's making some distance. Have they got all 3 engines? They do. Right, so 2 of them are here. Is there one leading the pack? No. Where's the last one? Oh, they're inside each other. Okay, cool. Yeah, to be honest, if I was Nawaki, I would have wanted to only have one of them, but as long as you got over, like, they'll always take as many siege pieces as they possibly can. So it only takes, like, what, 3 guys to use one of them. So as long as you got 9 of them, they'll take all 3. Yeah, okay. Now getting around the flanks as well is lovely. Is that the last cav? Yeah, that's the last horseman down. Even if he had been able to run, like, over here in the Blackguard, it just gives the Blackguard longer to get back to the front line. Lurch Hunting Pack throwing themselves on in. On the front line, I think that the Elves are going to be alright. Now, question is... Oh, can Nowaki do something crazy? Can he do something? Okay, these Imladris Guardians are pulling out. Now, I think they're doing it to flank around the lines. But I would be really tempted to instead just pull them out and go and kill the Ballista. That's a break. Oh, pikes are broken there. Some Imladris Guardians have been pulled out there too. Yeah, they're in the back lines. Oh yeah, Jesus. 97 for 98. Slash, slash, slash. Taking a few more of them. Yeah, we're getting a lot of breaks along the line. The Blackguard will do their best. Nowaki, Nowaki, come on. We can do this. Just shunting themselves on through, rolling over the corpses of their allies. And their brothers there. Yeah, oh god. That could be one of them, actually. No, he's amongst all the crossbows. Same model, but... Yeah, pretty... Yeah, same model, I think, for crossbowmen and for artillery guys. Oh, dear. Blackguard there. Yeah, defeat is certain all along the lines. I think the Arthand... Down to 34, but I think the Arthand are just too much in melee. And even the Imladris Guardians are wrecking shop in the back. If they stay concentrated there, where are those 4... Those 4 Guardians that pulled out? Don't know, they might have just been taken around behind as well. Oh dear. The Ballista's here though. The Ballista is here. Now you see, this is where you want only one piece, because they're all going to screw up, rolling over each other for a minute. He is firing. Come on boys, just ignore the last 2 pieces. You can't tell them to do that, it's just, yeah. Okay. Stalin's not reacting to it. He's either not noticed or he just wants to win here. And he's just, yeah, like it's of no purpose to him, which is fair, I understand. But I just fear that one good shot, that's a perfect hit. Like if that guy goes for it, this is gonna be, that could be the end. If it's a perfect like laser beam through there, that could be it. Oh, freaking finished. He's loading. They're standing, they're shuffling, go for it. Oh, oh, that hurt. Oh, wow. The balance of power. Holy fuck. No way. I thought it was a meme. Nowaki. I didn't actually think that was going to work. Oh. Holy fuck. I really didn't think that was going to work. I either thought they were going to miss or something, but oh no. Oh, holy fuck. That is surprising. That is absolutely shocking. Well done, though. No, like, I think, yeah, I when he did free up those Guardians to come around and backstab, that was awesome, but I don't actually think that was necessary. I think he was winning on the front. Now, it's a natural impulse to want to come and backstab, but I would have just taken those guys out and just sent them off to go kill the wild card. You know, because if you killed off that Ballista, if you kill off that wild card, that's it over. There's nothing they can do. Even if you lose, you bring back the Guardians at the end of it, you've done it. Wow. Okay, cool. Anyway, Czech Norris, double Nazgul. Kind of, yeah, it's sort of necessary as a Mordor defense. Executioners, they're solid. Yeah, nice. And all these kills were like high quality elves from the Olokai, as were, to be honest, from the Nazgul too. Most of those Nazgul were killing either high quality Rohirrim or very high quality elves of Lindon. Super. Yeah, so there were only 4 maulers, but it felt like they were endless. Yeah, they were used very nicely. Melkor's Chosen, super duper. And wow, that's really impressive from those Mordor archers. Great, great. Yeah, Nowaki, beautiful last move. Yeah, that was outstanding. But yeah, no, it's what to expect from Nowaki, I suppose, of course. But just great throughout. Yeah, Sun. No, it's a lot of responsibility to have. I talked about that again in the last battle. A lot of responsibility to be like the final, like making up most of the final defense. So he shouldered that burden really well. I mean, you know, he's not going to stress out anyway. I definitely would, but no, he's all right. I think, yeah, like, oh, really wrecking shop, Stalin. But you know, right at the end, I totally understand why the ballista was ignored, and maybe people just didn't see it. It's possible that it was a total surprise, but had one, like, even those 4 Imladris Guardians that split off, like, they could have gone and like probably killed. Yeah, they would have killed 12 ballista crew. Those 4 Imladris Guardians, I think. So I'm sure he's kicking himself enough about that though, so I'm not going to keep saying it. Nabis, yeah, nice. It's tough to use Dol Amroth in a siege. They've got a lot of great tools, as I say. They're just not as cost effective as somebody like Gondor. You know, that's why that's the tricky thing. Paggio, super duper, as I say, good instincts throughout. Yeah, good moves. Tough, as I say, Lindon's a scary thing to use in a siege just because you're so fragile to range units. But no, he played it cool. Definitely came up the right passageway for Lindon, I think. Had he come up like where Gondor was, it would have been very dicey. But yeah, Overlord, yeah, no complaints about that. And he was actually the biggest army that was on the attack. No, once again, sort of showing, hey, Rohan can be a siege faction. They can do it really well. They do have the tools. Again, perhaps not super duper cost effective, but they can do it. Just don't be dumb. And then yeah, lower touch me. That he had an unfortunate point to come from. The way that he actually came from is usually my favorite avenue of attack, and I really liked his army. But as I say, when I properly looked at it, there's no Gondorian spears, there's no Citadel Guard. You know, I would have yeeted the Mithrandir's retinue in the bin, just throw them away, and just gotten, as I say, preferably gotten 2 units of Gondor spears or something like that. Just, you know, you don't need to armor them up too much, preferably do, but you don't need to, just to keep your skirmishers safe. You know, there's no point in having a powerful skirmish line if the enemy can get to it. But as I say, it's just a little goof, and it was good that he saw, I'm not getting in here, let's just fuck this off and go elsewhere, you know, and he did that, and he did that well. So super duper. As I say, I think the attackers maybe could have done with, and again, I sort of said this in the last battle, and I do sort of contradict myself an awful lot, and I'm shitty with that, but Overlord maybe could have done with 1 unit of Riddermark skirmishers, just to counter enemy cav, and also, you know, their jav cav at the end of the day. I usually like to take them when I play as Rohan on a siege attack. I love Overlord's army, and I think it's damn good, but I would definitely try to, it's quite a similar army, it might be the exact same army as the one he took to the Tolfalas siege, but I would definitely consider trying to make room for a Riddermark skirmisher in that army. Just 1, you know, don't need 2, just 1 could be really useful. I know it's not going to kill something like a Melkor's Chosen, not by a long shot, but it's gonna be able to lock him in place and stop it from charging other things or you know, everything like that. It's just damn good to have it. And then if the enemy don't take any cavalry, hey, I've got some jav cav. You know, it's like it's Coalfell Maidens, just, you know, with an armor piercing melee attack instead. And no shield. They might have a shield on their back. I think they do actually have a shield value. But anyway, it is what it is. Thank you guys very much. And there should be one out on Saturday tomorrow anyway. This was just a quick little meme. Thank you guys very much, and I'll see you later.